The Lufthansa chief executive, Carsten Spohr, is one of the very big players in the aviation industry in Europe. His airlines have got a variety of problems, not least the delays in delivery of aircraft from Boeing and also problems with getting aircraft from Airbus. And if that wasn't enough, Carsten Spohr also has a series of strikes to contend with his largest carrier, Lufthansa. The strikes have been on the ground, there have been pilots, there have been all sorts of workers at Lufthansa. According to Bloomberg, those strikes have cost Lufthansa more than $270 million since the beginning of the year. So, why are these strikes happening? Lufthansa's CEO Carsten Spohr sat down and said to me he thinks that the end is in sight.
We have the unique situation of high inflation of the last years and full employment. And that combination I think Germany has not seen in a long, long time. That's why we indeed see a frequency of strikes in Germany we have not seen in a long, long time. But when it comes to the Lufthansa negotiations, I'm quite optimistic that we have seen the worst and we are now coming to an end of this.
Why? What gives you optimism? I mean, the unions sort of say that the offers still aren't good enough.
Well, in Lufthansa being a group, we introduced a few years ago that every internal strike is allocated as cost to the labor group which goes on strike. So that has a discipline element attached to it, which in my view makes people understand that these internal strikes eventually come to their own disadvantage. So that's why we have not seen long strikes in Lufthansa since many years.
If we go back to the cause of the strikes, one of them, of course, is that, you're right, higher inflation, etc. But there's a feeling that the company's making good money and that they're not sharing in it. That Lufthansa's having record profits in certain areas, but that, where's my bit of that?
Well, I'm not denying the word record in Lufthansa, but not only record profits, we also have seen record participation of staff in these profits. We paid out more than €500 million for 23 alone to our unionized staff. I'm not talking management, which is a bigger share of our profits than even our dividend. So I think that argument, which are rightly subscribed, that staff should participate in profits, in the case for Lufthansa Group at least, with €500 million, I can clearly say we have done so, and we have done rightly so, because I very much believe in this.
So we are clear, you're confident that there can be resolution before the summer?
Absolutely. I think our staff knows that strikes also are ruining their business model as individuals. And it's different than in a car factory where you have a strike and then one more night shift the cars are made up for. In our industry, customers become unhappy. Customers choose other hubs.
You can't guarantee, but do you hope this summer is better than last and and clearly better than the one before that?
We will see a challenging summer based on the high demand. And let's not forget the record summer of 2019 was very challenging in terms of operations in Europe, and not just Europe. But it will be better than 23, I'm quite sure.
Do you still have confidence in Boeing?
We absolutely do, yes. We have ordered actually more Boeing airplanes over the last years than in the decades before. And we should never, let me put this in the right words, none of us wants incidents in aviation. We surely all do everything to avoid accidents. Also, we don't like incidents. But every incident where nobody gets hurt helps us to become an even safer industry. So what happened in Alaska, surely, again, we all would have loved to live without. But this particular incident will also now allow not just Boeing, but other planes around the world to be more safer. So I have not given up that strong belief that all of us in the industry think exactly in that direction.
And the delays on new aircraft, on the 777s or whatever it is that starting to affect your growth profile?
Oh yes. While we speak, we have more than 30 320neos on the ground because of engine issues.
Aren't you furious?
I am. But on the same time, safety is everything. I'd rather, don't push the system to the limits and then endangering any kind of a shortcut. But yes, this industry individually suffers from this lack of airplanes, but let's also be honest, as a global industry in general, we also, of course, see the upside that there is no overcapacities currently, which we have seen so many years. So I think there's really two views